deliberate in today's session. Give us the wisdom to overcome passion. Give us the understanding heart to do.
Pambansang awit.
Again, good morning. We acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Mila S.D. Rakid Arroyo and also the presence of Danieline L. Palisok, the lead Bicol Site Acquisition of Globe, Maria Victoria Estudioso, Area Manager, DCB Cable Network Broadband Services, Naga, and from Kuzog Solutions, Raquel Candelaria, Sales and Marketing Director, and Janelle Jade Paredes. And we also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Raul Oliver. And Honorable G. Rosales. Okay, next item.
Privilege time.
Anybody who'd like to avail of the privilege time? None? May I request the Honorable Jill Rosales, for I will be delivering my privileged speech. First, to sit in the...
We acknowledge our Honorable City Vice Mayor for her privileged speech.
Thank you, Honorable Jill Rosales. To all the Honorable Councilors, invited guests and resource persons, and to all who are watching or listening our session for today, good morning. It has been a month since DILG Secretary Eduardo Año allowed motorcycle back riding with some conditions, one of which is the use of barrier or a shield approved by the AATF between the driver and the passenger, originally designed by Bohol Governor Yap. Many, if not all, motorcycle owners and riders are not in favor of this. Pwedeng haliong ko na, di ako nakakahangos. Several groups have clearly stated their opposition against the barrier. Personally, I'm not a motorcycle driver nor a backride passenger. But some of our employees and some of our constituents are. Majority of vehicle owners in our city are motorcycle users. With this, please allow me to read excerpts from the official statement of the Motorcycle Development Program Assistance, kindly flash, Incorporated, an association of motorcycle manufacturers and assemblers with members from Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, and Gwangyang Motor. MDPPA stated, and I quote, "The Motorcycle Development Program Participants Association Incorporated affirms that all motorcycle models from member brands Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha undergo years of careful planning, design, and development carried out by teams of engineers to ensure the utmost safety of each unit. Any additional fixtures, such as the one proposed by Governor Yap, will negatively affect stability and handling of a motorcycle, thus inevitably compromising safety of its occupants. The proposed pillion shield will create significant wind resistance when the motorcycle is in motion. Not only does it drastically reduce aerodynamic efficiency, it also makes it easier for crosswinds to throw the motorcycle off balance even when running at low speeds. Motorcycle safety instructors advise riders to break free from the motorcycle in the event of a crash to avoid being carried by the momentum of the vehicle. Having a barrier behind the rider makes it difficult to do so, as it could keep him pinned on his seat as the motorcycle slides out of control. Moreover, portions of the steel frame of the pillion shields could accidentally break off and cause additional, possibly fatal injury to both rider and passenger. Fitting a pillion shield of this sort to any type of motorcycle is a possible violation of the Land Transportation Office Modification Regulation. The same shall be a breach of the warranty agreement between the motorcycle owner and the manufacturer. As far as COVID-19 infection prevention is concerned, a motorcycle rider's situation is arguably much better than those sitting inside an enclosed vehicle breathing circulated air. Finally, there is no scientific data that could support claims that installing a pillion shield will help prevent the spread of COVID-19 from rider to passenger. This being the case, the risk outweigh the perceived benefits. Honorable Councilor, those are some of the relevant points of the statement of the MDPPA. It is my belief that these companies are reliable and sincere in their position. A motorcycle design has undergone various tests to ensure safety before it's released to the public. Research says that it takes an average of 7 years for a new design to be produced and released. The use of barrier shield and other conditions for back riding is a national directive. And as the local government unit, we should see to it that this will be implemented. However, it is also our duty and responsibility as elected officials to listen, understand, and relay the appeal of our constituent. With this, as Vice Mayor, may I ask for the help of my colleagues in the Sangguniang Panlunsod in passing a resolution imploring the DILG through DILG Secretary Eduardo Año and the IATF to reconsider the use or installation of barrier shields for motorcycles to allow backride passengers for safety reasons. I'm also asking the other vice mayors in Camarines Sur through our chat group to pass similar resolution to this effect. And I hope we can also encourage other cities and municipalities to do the same. Bilang ina kang Naga, ang nangangataman as nagmamakulog sa gabos na Nagenyo, tabangan nindo ako na maipaabot sa nasyonal na gobyerno ang agrangay kang sa tong mga constituentes. Diyos mabalos asin marhay na aga po.
Thank you, Honorable Diasis. I'd like to acknowledge the Honorable Tripulca and Anthony M. Paranyal of PLDT Naga. I now turn over my post.
Thank you, Honorable Rosales. Next item.
Reading and approval of the order of business.
Honorable Elmer Valdemoro.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the order of business with the following inclusion. Under special business of order, item number 2 is the proposed ordinance granting honoraria to Barangay Tanod, Lupong Tagapamayapa members, Barangay Health Workers, Barangay Health Encoders, Barangay Nutrition Scholar, Barangay Service Point Officer, Supplementary Feeding Volunteers, Social Welfare Volunteers, Community-Based Rehabilitation Specialists, Barangay Literacy Workers, Educare Teachers, and Barangay Electrician who are undertaking programs and projects of the City Government in the barangay. Item number 3, may I know, Madam Chair, if the matter of your privileged speech will be included in the agenda?
Yes.
Item number 2, the
Please.
special business or order is the matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Vice Mayor. Item under unfinished business, Madam Chair, item number 17 is the report of the Liga ng mga Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan Federation pertaining to the Community Learning Hub. Item number
Kabali na ba siya?
prior to that, Madam Chair, item number 1B is the emailed complaint with the various subscriber to Converge to be attached under item number 1 of the unfinished business.
1B.
1B, Madam Chair. Item number 18 is a letter from the City Legal Office pertaining to the request for ratification of the deed of absolute sale entered into by the City Government of Naga and Maria Julia Laureles and heirs of Leonardo Catolico. Item number 19 is a letter from the City Treasurer's Office submitting the data on the surcharges and interest in the second and third quarter payments of business taxes. Item number 20 is a letter from Arts, Culture, and Tourism Office submitting a recommendation for the amendment of City Ordinance 2020-046. Item number 21 is a letter from Housing and Settlement Development Office requesting for ratification of the joint venture agreement between the by and between Enjoy Realty and Development Corporation and the City Government of Naga. Item number 22 is a letter from Naga City Investment Board submitting the comparative presentation of the revised investment code as against ordinance number 97-114. Item number 23 is a letter from the City Mayor requesting for a passage of an expropriation ordinance to acquire the properties of Mr. Alfredo Baron located at Barangay Pacol, D. City. Item number 24 is a letter from Philippine National Police submitting the copy of police blatter with regard to the impounded Tri-Mobile for hire with body number 0017. Item number 25 of the unfinished business is a letter from the City Treasurer's Office submitting the comment of the request of Mr. Ferdinand Sia to extend the deadline of payment of real property taxes. Item number 26 of the unfinished business, Madam Chair, is the committee report of the Committee on Senior Citizen. Item number 27 is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation. And item number 28 is the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means. Under new business, Madam Chair, item number 6 is the letter from City Planning and Development Office submitting the documents for rezoning of a parcel of residential lot located at Barangay Concepcion Grande, D. City. Item number 7 is the endorsement from Tri-Mobile Task Force endorsing the transfer of Tri-Mobile franchise from Imelda de Guzman to Lamberto de Guzman. And lastly, Madam Chair, under other matters, item number 6 is the annual audit report of the City Government of Naga. I so move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Okay, approved. Agenda for today's session is approved. Next item.
Order of business, special business or order, related dated July 31, 2020, of Punong Barangay Manuel Antonio Berha, Ababella, submitting copy of resolution number 2020-007-025, humbly requesting financial assistance of 20,000 pesos for the celebration of Barangay Day on August 15, 2020.
Honorable Rosales.
This is a request from Barangay Abella for financial assistance amounting to 20,000 for the celebration of their Barangay Day to be held on August 15, amounting to 20,000 pesos. May I move on joint and collective motion for the grant of financial assistance for their Barangay Day. So move.
On joint and collective motion, approved. Next item, Honorable Del Castillo, comment.
I believe we are prohibited from converging during this epidemic. So I'm just wondering, will that be fed by the barangay? Dahil nga pwede magtiripon ang sobra sa 50 katao. So, baka it's a waste of government money.
I have noticed in other barangays they're conducting bloodletting activities and other activities that will observe social distancing. Baka may mga activities ndang pighaman para sa mga araw kaya. But maybe we can ask the may attach na schedule of activities. Is there?
In the second whereas clause,
Yes,
Madam Chair, I see
activity.
that the activities to be funded are provided.
Perhaps yung laro ng lahi dahil na muna ta. It will encourage feeding and bloodletting.
Would it be, I think it is prudent to spend that amount to other purposes than holding such activity in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Pwedeng pambakal ng bagas na itatao sa mga residente. But I think Madam Chair, kumbaga out of time ang pag-help ng mga activity na araw. Thank you.
Honorable Miles Arroyo. Thank you, Honorable Del Castillo, for your comment.
The fund is regularly provided by the city government for that purpose to the different barangays of the city. We have never inquired as to how that will be spent for as long as the same is spent to achieve the purpose of putting up the fund. I think let us leave it to the barangays how they will celebrate their annual festivity, but only with the provision that the same will be carried out in observance of the protocols concerning the existing pandemic. So baka general colatilia lang that activities that will be funded under in the program should be in compliance or carried out in compliance with the protocols for COVID-19. Baka general lang, depende po siguro sa barangay what they see fit.
Yes.
What they would do in this particular. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Rocky Arroyo. It's not an objection to the motion. It's just a comment from the Honorable Del Castillo. So, as suggested by the Honorable Maestra Arroyo, ang barangay na ang maisip kung ano po ang pwede nindang gibuhon na activities, pero observing the sinasabing protocol as to the occasions. Next item. Before that, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Danilyn Palisok, lead vehicle, site acquisition Globe, and area manager of DCV Cable Network Broadband Services, Maria Victoria M. Esturioso. Next item. Isay Pangyang.
The proposed ordinance granting honoraria to Barangay Tanod, Lupong Tagapamayapa members, Barangay Health Workers, Barangay Health Encoders, Barangay Nutrition Scholar, Barangay Service Point Officer, Supplementary Feeding Volunteers, Social Welfare Volunteers, Community-Based Rehabilitation Specialists, Barangay Literacy Workers, Educate Teachers, and Barangay Electricians who are undertaking programs and projects of the city government in the barangay.
Okay, Honorable Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I think it almost 2 months or 3 months now that our barangay personnel didn't receive a city counterpart. With this proposed ordinance, Madam Chair, this could allow the city to process the counterparts of our barangay personnel. In the primer on barangay budgeting, Madam Chair, issued by the Department of Budget and Management, it allows the grant of honoraria to BHW and other personnel involved in projects of the city government. So for as long as the barangay personnel undertakes a city programs and projects, they are allowed to receive an honoraria. With this, Madam Chair, may I move for a passage of an ordinance granting honorarium to the following barangay personnel.
Okay, comments from the other members. Honorable Del Castillo first, and then Honorable Miles Raquel Arroyo.
Madam Chair, I am wondering why we will be passing this kind of ordinance. In the first place, we have already appropriated sums of money for the honoraria of barangay volunteers, including barangay officials, early on. Sometime in March. So, why the need for this another ordinance? Second point, we have an appropriation in our annual budget which authorizes the grant of honoraria, counterpart to our barangay volunteer. So, why another ordinance should be passed for this? Third point, what is the source of this fund?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Del Castillo. The Honorable Baldemoro can answer the query of the Honorable Del Castillo.
Madam Chair, there was an audit observation issued by the Commission on Audit suspending the release of city counterpart to our barangay personnel. So our executive responded through a letter of explanation to the Commission on Audit. However, Madam Chair, until this time, the COA didn't respond yet to the letter. And as of today, Madam Chair, naabalan ng maray itong pag-receive ng city counterpart sa tuyang mga barangay personnel. This proposed ordinance, Madam Chair, could cure duman sa hinahanap na basis kang COA for granting a city counterpart. And for the source of fund, Madam Chair, it was already included in the city's annual budget under the Barangay Support Fund. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Baldemoro. And I'd like to inform also everybody na nagpaabot po ng mga request man talaga si mga barangay volunteers. Tantas hindi dain nataan, apisar may mga nataan na kang inot. Pag-abot lang kang itong audit report, tigpundo po pali sa accounting. That was the information I got from the Honorable. Is that a follow-up question, Honorable Del Castillo?
I am worried with the explanation, Madam Chair, because as if we are circumventing the observation of COA with regard to this disbursement. If ever this will be disbursed, it will already be tantamount to a bad faith on the part of the city, because the issue is not yet clear with the Commission on Audit. Mas pa rin na linawon ng una sa Commission on Audit kung ano na si status kadtong audit observation memoranda na petition nila pertaining to this particular matter. Otherwise, hirak mangkan si mga personnel involved na if ever this will be declared as disallowance, iyon masa ko personally kan liability. I think we should first look into that aspect, Madam Chair, before we pass this ordinance, because for me it is a circumvention of an existing audit observation memorandum which might in the future mature into a disallowance. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Honorable Del Castillo. But if my information is correct, I think this was suggested by the City Accounting Office. Honorable Elmer Baldemoro.
Madam Chair, this was suggested by the City Budget Officer.
City Budget Officer. Thank you, Honorable Baldemoro. Honorable Miles Raquid Arroyo. Mila S. de Raquid Arroyo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am always in support of really granting the honorarium for our barangay volunteers. Kasi sa barangay, Madam Chair, sila talaga ang nagki-carry out ng programs kang city. They being the personnel in the barangay that assist us in implementing our programs. I have, however, some clarificatory questions. First, isn't it that we have been granting honorarium as city counterpart for our barangay volunteers?
Yes.
Why is it that it's only now that they are giving this audit memorandum? What happened to all the previous years where we have already granted this honorarium counterpart of the city government? May we request, Madam Chair, the presence of the city accountant and the city budget officer in our deliberation on this matter? Because in this ordinance, it is appearing that it's the first time that we are granting this honorarium, and in fact, it's not. So, one clarification, is this honoraria only for their engagement in implementing our COVID-19 response? Or this is for them being volunteers and therefore this pertains to the city counterpart? So those are the two clarifications before we can proceed. But I believe we should act on this matter expeditiously, Madam Chair. Our barangay volunteers, like I said, are really our arms at the barangay level in implementing our programs. So we should dispose of this matter immediately, whatever measure is necessary so that we can continually effect the grant of honorarium to our barangay volunteers. So may I move for temporary deferment, and we request the presence of the city budget officer and the city accountant.
Thank you, Honorable Miles Raquid Arroyo. This matter is deferred temporarily. May we request the Secretary to call the persons mentioned by the Honorable Miles Raquid Arroyo. I'd like to acknowledge the presence at Prichelle Oliva, Area Manager, Pantaleon Sanfuego, OSP Head, and Mark Kevin Aldesa, BC Manager of Converge. Good morning and welcome. Next item.
The subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Vice Mayor Diazis.
May I request, okay, Honorable Del Rosario?
Madam Chair, as explained by your representation in your privileged speech, on joining collective motion, I would like to propose a resolution imploring the DILG and the Interagency Task Force to reconsider the decision on imposing motorcycle barriers or separators, and that this be immediately known to the IATF national level for their consideration. I so move, Madam Chair.
Okay, and joint and collective motion. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Next item.
Unfinished business, the letter dated August 6, 2020, inviting in today's regular session the manager of Converge Information and Communication Technology Solutions to respond to the need of the community for better connectivity given their crucial role in the present education system due to COVID-19 pandemic and the reported long queue and crowding of clients visiting their office, violating social distancing protocol. We also invited Your Honors into this regular session the managers of Globe, Smart, PLDT, and DCTV for the same purpose. And also we received several emails with respect to the services of Converge. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, SP Secretary Hill. The rules are suspended. Okay, Honorable Miles Raquid Arroyo.
Maybe as backgrounder, particularly for Converge. In the last of the Sanggunian, this representation requested the presence of the representative from Converge because every day on my way to City Hall, I always observe the long and crowded situation, the long queue and crowded situation in front of a Converge office. May I know who from our...
The representative from Converge, kindly come forward and
Yes.
answer the query of the Honorable Marisa
Yes, we
Quedaroyo.
thank you, Madam Chair. We thank the presence and the positive response to the invitation of Sanggunian to the representative, by the representative of Converge. We are just really concerned because, like I said, it is ironic that the service being provided by your organization, by your corporation, is connectivity, internet. And therefore, why can't we avail, why can't your company establish a system where your consumers will not have to line up and waste so much time just to pay your services? Why can't you adopt an online payment system? Why do they have to go to the office? Why? And also, it was reported that the manner of your procedure in accepting payment is very manual. That like you have one or two personnel who writes the receipts. It's so manual and therefore it's taking so much time. So there are two concerns. One of you specifically addressed to Converge, and the second, Madam Chair, to the other communications companies on how do they intend to improve their service in view of the fact that your service is crucial in the effective delivery of our education during the COVID-19 pandemic. Kulaon po ang inaasahan sa indong parte, and therefore we would like to know how you intend to improve your service. It's a matter of public knowledge, Madam Chair, ang problema sa connectivity, and therefore we want that, we hope that remedied, considering the importance of this facility to the delivery of education in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. So let's tackle one by one, Madam Chair.
From
First
Converge.
response of Converge on how do you intend to improve your system to avoid the long queue of consumers to pay or avail of your services. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, you are Miss Richelle Oliva.
Michelle Oliva po.
Okay.
Good morning po. Meron na po kami, ma'am, na yung sa long POV, regarding po, first po yung sa payment, madami na po kaming mga payment channels na pwede pong doon na lang magbayad ang mga subscribers. And meron din po kami binibigay ng mga flyers kung saan po nakalagay po doon yung lahat ng na payment channels online, and meron pong bank, meron pong mga real-time posting din. And sa business center, meron din po kiosk machine. Meron po kaming 3 cashiers sa business center, and everyday po, yung para po ma-avoid yung long queuing, meron po kami ina-allow lang is 250 payments na client. Then kung kinakailangan po na after pong ma-consume yung 250, pwede pa rin po kami magpapasok. In 1 hour, per cashier po, meron po kaming inallow lang na 160 po client per cashier in 1 day. So, 3 po sila. So, pwede kami maka-accommodate ng 480 transaction for sa payment lang po. And meron din po kaming mga link kung saan po pwede silang magbayad. Hindi lang po yung yung mga link.
You're telling us that there are other means by which the consumers can pay.
Yes.
Can you have that for information of your consumers?
Opo. Yung mga po na pwede pong magbayad ang mga client, meron po yung mga sa GCash, 7-Eleven, Union Bank, mga bank po, P&Go, Paynamics, and all SCPay. Yung mga bank po, and in addition po, SM, pwede na din pong magbayad. So para po maiwasan yung salong, opo, GCash, 7-Eleven, meron pong mga banks like BDO, Metro Bank, BPI, EUB, Land Bank. Yun po.
I know, Madam Chair, if you have inquired from your consumers, why do you would prefer to line and waste so much time?
Yes po. Yung ma'am pumapasok po sa business center na first time po siguro nilang magbayad after the installation, nabibigyan po namin sila ng flyers, nakalagay po doon lahat ng mga payment channels.
No. Have you asked a feedback why they prefer to line up?
Yung iba ma'am, gusto po nila talaga yung official receipt. So moving forward po, dapat ang may accept lang po namin yung yun lang po yung may mga vouchers na lang and check payments. Kasi meron na din po kaming, ina-encourage na po namin sila na magbayad dun sa lahat ng online, lahat ng payment channels po ng Converge.
Pero ang dami pa rin nakapila.
Yes, but so I'm really just concerned why you are tolerating that situation in front of your establishment.
And it's
Because this
outside na.
This speaks about your service.
Actually, ma'am, yung daily transaction po namin, ma'am, when it comes sa payment, madali lang po kasi 2 to 3 minutes lang, ma'am, yung nako-consume when it comes sa payment. So, ang nagiging...
So if each consumer requires only 2 to 3 minutes, therefore, how many consumers line up to pay in your establishment?
Yun, ma'am, per
You're saying you are prepared to accept 450 per day.
Actually, nag-ano po kami, ma'am, ng 250. 250 po in a day. Pero kung meron pa naman, ma'am, gustong magbayad, pinapapasok pa rin po namin kung nandun pa sa time, kung meron pa, ma'am, time.
So 250 for how many tellers or personnel?
3 cashiers, ma'am. Actually, pwede kami, ma'am, mag-accommodate ng up to 480 transactions.
Yes.
Lang
So
sa
if there are these facilities, why can't you require that payment be made in those areas, considering that we have a new situation where social distancing is required?
Yes, ma'am. Bali, yung iba, ma'am, since nandun naman sa payment, sa number, sa queuing number, yung oras, sinasabihan po namin sila na pwede silang magbalik na lang dun sa oras. Kasi dun, ma'am, sa number, meron pong nakalagay dun na time.
Yes,
Yung
but
iba, ma'am,
yes, but how do you respond to the violation on the requirement for social distancing? Because the chairs are not in compliance with the social distancing requirement. The chairs arranged for those who are queuing,
yes, ma'am.
they are not in compliance.
Yes, ma'am. We are aware naman po yung sa...
You are aware, but you're not fixing it?
Yes, ma'am. We are aware naman po yung sa social distancing. Kaya po, ma'am, in-encourage namin yung lahat ng client na kung po pwede po bumalik na lang doon sa time, or meron po in-encourage din po namin sila na doon na lang po sa mga payment channels po magbayad. Yung iba, ma'am, hindi naman, umaalis na po sila.
Yes, but the way the seats are arranged, pwede kaya nindong ma-enforce and not just encourage kung ilalag lang nindo ang number of chairs na available, and anyone who can sit cannot wait. Because that really spells out, that shows the inefficiency of the way you are attending to their needs. If they will have to line, you only have a small tent there, so it's hot, and the chairs are not spaced properly. Are you not concerned about the violation on social distancing requirement?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you know the penalty for violation of social distancing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. We are
And
aware.
yet, because the city is not enforcing it, so we just do it.
Ayusin na lang po namin, ma'am. Yung ano.
So how can we see some improvement at least tomorrow? Kasi mahulugon po talagang pagparahilingon. In fact, Councilor Albius also posted one particular establishment na
PLDT.
dakulon din nagpipirila. Dapat tayo po kita nagpapapila kasi sayang ang oras kan sa tuyang mga tao. No? Pag nahihiling ta pong may pila na dyan, dapat mag-i-excusar man kitang matapos tulos ang pilang iyan. I know you're doing your best, but pwede ta pa man po ma-improve yan, di po ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Para mayo pong pila sa satong serbisyo. Pag pagpipilaan po ang serbisyo, kung sabi maluyahon ang delivery kan sa tong serbisyo.
And your best is not enough.
Pero may po bagang may room for improvement. So, as a consumer, Madam Chair, improvement po ini kan Converge, especially na dakol ang nagmamigrate sa service nindo. In fact, I'm wondering, no? So, gusto sabihin ang other companies are doing worse, that they are migrating to this service, which in itself is already problematic, no? So, pwede po bang maasahan?
Yes,
Kung ano pong assistance you need from the city, we're always willing, Madam Chair. Kung gusto po nindong i-announce through the city webpage ang mga payment facilities, we will do that. Kasi dapat po magtarabangan kita para mas mapakatayang sa tong community. Yes, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you,
Madam
Honorable Miles
Chair.
Arroyo. And I'm also concerned dun sinasabi niyang pinapabalik. That you know na dipisilon po niya ng transportation. Dipisilon ng mga ang oras man kang mga ibang nagbabayad. Most of your clients are from City Hall. Si sa indang work na apektuhan ta nakapila sinda duman. So baka pwede pong as stated by the Honorable Miles Arroyo, we are willing, the local government of Naga is willing to help.
Yes. Yun naman po, Vice, yung pwedeng bumalik. Yung po, ang iba po doon, yung meron naman ibang transaction. So, pwede naman po silang bumalik na lang. Yun po yung ini-encourage namin.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Honorable Kylie Trifulca.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, ma'am. I think that the reason as to why there's a long queue in their in their area is not just because of customers wanting to pay for their bills po. One thing po na nakita ko and na-observe ko and na-experience ko personally is that there are customers po na nagrereklamo with regard to their internet connectivity. Maybe they could do something about their customer-related problems, Madam Chair, because I personally experienced that their page, the Converge ICT Solutions, and is really not that helpful kasi the page it's a computer-generated message po, Madam Chair, which will only ask you what your problem is and will ask you to reset your modem. And if you have a problem po na which cannot be answered through restarting po or rebooting your modem, it stops there, Madam Chair. There is no secondary alternative, Madam Chair, to tell you na you can contact anyone from their team po who can tell you, a technician maybe, who can say that in a matter of a day or 2 days they will be coming into your house. Kaya and to fix your problem or something like that, Madam Chair. So yan po, bako lang po kaya kami, Madam Chair, itong nagka-problemang arog kayan. Even my staff, even my brother's friends also are experiencing that kind of problem. So nagahalat po ning 1 week. Worst, Madam Chair, there's someone who waited for a month for their connectivity to be accessible again.
Thank you, Honorable Kylie. May I know per ang total capacity mo nindo?
With regards po sa connectivity,
10 GB?
po,
And may text kaya digdi. As mo po converge kang capacity ninda via PLDT lang po sinda. Is that true? Total capacity is 10 GB, kaya dai kayang iserve ang buong Bicol. Kaya nagpapile ang reklamo sa services, tamayo man capacity ang network ninda, kaya mabagalon da. How true it? Ini po, binabasa ko lang si text.
okay po. With that po, I can call our OSP head para po siya po ang discuss po kaya makapag-explain po. Si Sir Jun po.
Okay, may we request Mr. As to the capacity, takadakol po kaya talaga nagre-reklamo. Araw ka sinabi ni Honorable Trifulca, si connectivity kang sa indong mga services, kadakol putol-putol, kadakol nawawara. So may we know?
Good morning, Madam Chair. I am Pantanusan Fuego Jr., the Regional Head for the Operations and Maintenance, including the rollout for Converge. So with regards sa capacity po, ang Converge sa ngunyan, igwa pong sufficient na capacity. And
What do you mean by sufficient? Pera yan.
Ang subscriber po kang Converge sa ngunyan, buong Bicol, igwa na po kitang more than 20,000. We just operated last 2018. And then, kung susumahon ta po ang utilization kayan, base duman sa samuyang pigaagian na highway, nasa 13% pa lang po ang nakukonsume sa capacity ni.
So what's the reason ta kung ditikit na dai pa man palan consume ang gabos, mabagalon, and then as stated by Honorable Trifulca,
Igwa po kitang pig-aapod na backbone. Ini pong backbone na ini, iyo po ini so, kung sa layman terms, iyo po ini ang highway kang converge, duman sa main hub na connectivity kang gabos na internet. Alagad, ining highway ini, sa ngunyan, igwa ining duwang path. So saro, main highway, so saro kung aapo doon talang po is barangay road. Kaya kung minsan, nagkakaigwa po kitang service interruption kung sa pinaka main highway, nagkakaigwaning outage. Ang outage pong iyan, bakong sa kadahilanan ng equipment kang converge, kundi sa mga physical na outages, like napuputol so underground fiber, or nagkakaigwaning kink duman sa samuyang mga physical connection. Nagkakaigwaning congestion dahil itong barangay na pigaagihan sadit pa sana po itong capacity, which is iyo po yan ang pigihiling ni Sangunyan moving forward, which I can tell the timelines kung noon ni mapapakaray itong barangay road na ito na pigaagihan dahil nagre-require po pa ini ng mga equipment na pigahalat sa abroad. So, ang kunyan po kay ni, kung tataanan taning overview, within the year man po, pigpupos mi na mag-abot itong equipment na ito. So, iyan po ang pinaka-basic na pigaagian kang connectivity kang converge.
Ano ang sa tuyang digdi, nawawara ang internet ko. Honorable Vice Circuit Arroyo. Saan kita
So, gustong sabihin po, kung sadid pa kaya itong barangay road, diba? That's your, kumbaga that's your, po kaya, metaphor, analogy. Kung sadid pa, paano po tadakol na tulos na load ang piga-accept nito? Dapat po daing una, habang dahi pa sufficient ang line, ang linya, ang barangay road. Paano dakol na pong piga-accept na load para duman?
Ini pong, sibagong ko po, ang pigsasabi ta pong backbone kang converge, arog kang nasabi ko sa bago, igwa kitang barangay road and igwa kitang super highway, kung aapo doon. Kaya po kita padagos sa pag-akseptar kang mga subscriber dahil dakula man po ang capacity ta, igwa kitang super highway.
Yes,
we assume,
pero ang super highway po nindo nagsasanga, di po ba?
po,
Barangay road iyan, papunta duman sa household. So, paano
clarify ko po, itong barangay road, saka
explain mo
itong
kung
super
maray.
highway.
Yes.
Ini pong super highway, saka itong barangay road, magkaibang pig-aagihan.
Yes.
Kaya pigaapod ko siyang barangay road, tasadit lang. Meaning, pag napuputol sa pinaka-super highway, maagi siya as a detour duman sa barangay road, nagkukongest na po siya, nagkakaigwa na siya ng traffic. Kaya ang nararanasan na po kang customer, nagkakaigwang intermittent connection. While we are restoring...
Ang gustong sabihin mo po, for example, igwa ngayang duwang barangay road na naka-attach sa highway. Pero yan po ang sa imong
dahil po siya naka-attach sa highway.
Sa po nagkukuha ang barangay
road.
road.
Sinda kung igwang duwang terminal, pareho po sinda naka-connect sa duwang terminal. Ruta kang national, kang super highway, ruta kang barangay road.
Sa po hali ang barangay road?
Ang barangay road pong iyan, sadit pa siya ng capacity mi, which is pigi-improve mi pasangon niya.
Saan po siya nakakonekta? Because if you have a super highway, saan nakakonekta si barangay road?
From our partners po, which I am not in the right position to reveal that
so, gusto mo pong sabihon, igwang duwang source ang sa indong service, sarong highway, sarong barangay, sarong barangay road?
Iyo po yan ang
So, gusto mong sabihon po ngunyan, si mga existing services nindo, si mga original nindo, barangay road ito.
Tama po ba? Bako pong arog kayan ang...
And how true po na nakaano ka mo sa PLDT?
Pero, Madam Chair, tanod po ta igwa ka mong duwa, igwa ka mong super highway, igwa ka mong barangay road. Anong nangyari?
Sangunyan po kaya, ang samuyang company, padagos pa po sa pag-build kang kunyan, kang pigaapod tang dapat pusog ang kunyan niya, ang connectivity. Ang uinot pa sa nakaya pong na-build ta, which is ining super highway na ini, sa diri po iyan kang converge, and itong dating pig-aagian na barangay road, iyo po ito so dating pig-aagian ka ito kang Caceres Cable, which is pig-maintain nilang po ito while we are constructing.
So,
while we are
tama
constructing,
po si sabi ko Kasubagong, si mga original nindo, si mga kadaklan nindo, yaon duman sa barangay road. Tama po, di ba? Kasi sabi mo, iyan si dating Caceres.
sa gabos na po iyan, ginagamit kang gabos.
So,
Kaya lang, dahil siya sufficient, kasi sa capacity sa ditlang, barangay road nga lang po siya eh. So nag-aagi sa national highway or sa super highway, pag napuputol sa super highway, dahil kayang i-cater kang barangay road. So nagkakaigwa na po kita, nachuchok na siya, nagkakaigwa na kita ng intermittent connection.
So, ang gustong sabihin po, si mga nakakabit duman sa super highway, nakakabit duman, pag nagputol ang super highway, pag nagka-problema, mapunta sa barangay road.
Opo. Duman manggira rin sa mapirit na makonect. Kaya nagkakaigwa na kita ng intermittent because more than 100% sa utilization ka itong barangay. Which currently, iyo po ito ang pigihiling kang management, which we are
Anong
all
solusyon po
aware.
nindo dyan sa barangay road? Kasi kung halos gabos nakakabit pa dyan, Madam
Hindi,
Chair.
nakakabit.
Gabos man po nakakonect dyan sa
Gabos
barangay,
dyan sa
road
barangay
na yan.
road eh.
Detour lang po si barangay road. Ang pinakaplano po kang management which we are currently undergoing na po ini, dahil sa main highway ta igwa kitang underground backbone, sa iraron po iyan kang dagat
Yes,
paagi.
intindihan ta po ang underground.
Ngunyan, magkakaigwa po kita ning naka-overhead na fiber na another highway. Para iyo na po iyan, pareho yan kang super highway, iba lang pagkakonstruhir, parehong capacity. So magkakaigwa po iyan, pigapot ang self-healing backbone.
So, ang gustong sabihin mo po, ang nagkakaproblema lugod, si nakakabit duman sa super highway. Kasi pag nagka-problema sa super highway, gabos na mga nakakabit duman, mapunta sa barangay road. Yan po ba ang sinasabi mo? Na ang nagkakaproblema si super highway?
Gabos na po nagkakaproblema.
Sabi mo po kaya, pag nagka-problema sa super highway, gabos na load, mapunta sa barangay road.
Yes.
Kaya nagkaka-congestion.
Tama. Opo.
So, ang gustong sabihin ta po ba, nagkakaproblema mo niyan sa indong super highway, bako lugod sa barangay road?
Duman po sa super highway nagkakaproblema. Pero actually may mga kunyan kita, aware po ang management kaini, igwa kitang mga records na nagkaigwa kita ng mga fiber cut started last March up to pinaka-last po na naputo lang highway is August 6. So igwa po kitang incident last March na apat na pangyayari, and then ang kunyan lang, pinakasalit na pangyayari, saro lang na bes, itong kang Mayo, sarong bes lang po na naputol, and then kang June, we have 2 outage na naputol sa super highway, and then July, mas dakol, nagkaigwa po kita ng 5 putol na fiber, and kang August, ngunyan na August man, dahil pa kanin natapos, igwa na pong 5 incident.
Is that in connection dong total capacity? Takong 10 GB lang ang capacity, talagang dahil kakayanon.
Anong causes po kang pagkaputol?
Ayun
Diyan
nga
sa
ni.
super highway.
Madam Chairman, so pighapot mo po sa bago is capacity. Dahil po siya related duman sa subscription kang customer. Kasi ang capacity ng pigniminta, so kung paano makakaagi sa gabos na customer.
Yes.
So, anong cause po kang pagpuputol sa super highway nindo?
Napuputol po kaya so physical na fiber. So sa underground natatamaan.
That's why. Anong cause po kaya? Is it technical and therefore resolvable sa level lang nindo?
Yari, nare-resolve mi po sa level mi kasi pigdudugtong mi lang.
Di dapat, gustong sabihin po, substandard yan, na napuputol nga ni, na dapat da yan napuputol?
May mga kung manunotisyan ta po, igwa po kitang mga infra project, igwa man kitang mga nag-i-improve na services kang ibang telco. So kukundisir man sing daning pagkalog sa
We're talking of converge po muna. talking of converge. Ano po ta napuputol sa highway? Several times nindong sinabi several times nagkakaigwang kaigwang pagkaputol.
Iyo po pigpapaliwanag ko, igwang mga nagkakalutman sa highway na naa-aksidenteng natatamaan so fiber sa Irarom.
Ayan si Raul.
So bako po nindong kasalan ang
Bako
pagkakaputol?
mitong kasalan, igwa po yan ning mga proseso kung paano may ibibuild duman sa nakadamage.
So binibil po nindo sinda.
Binibuild po sinda.
At the same time, itong consumers ta po, dahil man nindo pigbabawasan. Kung dahil pa magreklamo, dahil pa magsabing from this time and this time, nasa system man po baga nindo yan, na aram nindo kung naputol nga ni. So dapat po automatic din ang deduction sa bill. Bakong masaro-saro pa sa gabos na affected consumers, mapunta sa indo, mahagad ning rebate or less payment or deduction sa payment. Ano po taro kayo ng sistema?
Igwa po kitang hihiling na service level kang mga napuputol na kunya na iyan na facilities. Make sure po na iyang mga backbone na napuputol, igwa kaming piga-adaptar na service level kayan na dapat mariresolve tulos within 4 hours.
So, itong automatic deduction po sa mga bill, yan po ang pagsasabihan. Tama yung automatic. Kaya kung pa pong magreklamo, magpila. Kung mareklamo po online, di mo nagsisimbag, masabi lang, we receive your complaint, we will get back to you. Pero never get back to you.
Opo, Councilor, i-reserve ko po ang kahaputan. Ang masimpag po kayan si Miss Oliva Otro.
So, basta klaro po sa imo, sa technical, na ang solusyon kang pagkakaputol kang sa indong mga connection, bako sa indong kasalan?
Bako po.
So, taano po tang sabi mo kasubago, nagalat ka mo katong mga material sali sa abroad, tangarig mapakarhay. So, gustong sabihin, technical dapat ang solution nito, bako man si kasalan kang iba. Dapat po siguro candid kita when we speak. Tangarig, klaro po sa gabos ang problema, then klaro din ang solusyon. Di po ba?
Ayo po. Noted po. Actually, itong pigasabi kong pigahagad sa equipment is a part of our plan to improve our backbone. Para po itong pigsasabi ko sa bagong barangay road na pigsasabi ko, magkaigwa na kaming duwang superhighway. So pag igwa na po itong equipment na ito, bako na siyang barangay road, magiging superhighway na siya. Pag napuputol lang sa superhighway, self-healing na po siya, igwa na siyang diverso na agihan na equivalent capacity para mayong pong kunyan kita outage sa mga subscriber.
Balik po kita duman sa total capacity ano. Ang subscriber nindo is 20,000. Ang na-utilize pa lang is 13% kang consumer capacity. Directly related ba ang tong total number of customer versus capacity? Siyempre, habang nagdadakol, kung ang capacity nindo is hababa lang, talaga maapektuhan. Tas sige, ang dagdag sikan sa indong mga subscriber. Pero, di man naglalangkaw si capacity nindo. Pero ang sinasabi po nga nindo, 20,000 na. Sa Gabos, sa Bicol po yan.
Bicol na po.
Dahil sinasabi nindo na 13% lang ang consume capacity. Pero taano ta nagkakaproblema ang araw po kaya?
Directly related, araw po kang nasabi ko sa bago, nagkakaproblema ang satuyang connectivity dahil po napuputol sa highway.
Bako po yan duman sa capacity, is that not related duman sa kapasidad ka itong sa indong
bako po. Kung nagagana man po nga ni, itong gabos na ito, ang nakukonsume lang sa capacity is nag-aabot lang po iyan sa 13%. Kang existing capacity, which is pigihiling po iyan kang samuyang mga engineers, kung nagpipik na po ang capacity into 70%, automatic po yan piga-upgrade, pigdadagdagan tulos ang capacity.
Hindi po kaya nagtitext sa kuya is somebody who knows kay niyo po. Ang sabi niya po is storytelling lang po dayan. Ang sinasabi nindo, ang sinasabi niya is directly related yan. Total number of customer versus capacity. Pag mayong capacity, may congestion.
Tama po. Sa araw kang sinimpag ko sa bago, directly related itong subscribe kang mga customer ta. Pag abot po sa technical, pigma-manage man po iyan kung talagang dahil kaya kang existidong capacity. Kaya po nasasabi ko po nga ni na ang capacity sa ngunyan na na-utilize with the current subscription rate is nasa 13% pa lang po. So dakulaon pa po ang
Okay.
capacity. Dahil pa po kami kaya nag-upgrade.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sanfuego. The Honorable Albios.
Madam Chair, earlier na-mention ng kang satuyang invited guest regarding the outage. Is this the same with fiber break na perming pigme-mention sa mga nagtitext, sa mga subscriber, masabi na sorry for the inconvenience because there is a fiber break in the system kang Converge?
Tama po, itong pigasabitang outage, napuputol po sa fiber. Ang fiber, iyo po iyan ang medium ni Converge kung saan nagdadalagan ang satuyang bandwidth capacity.
As per record po kang sa indong office, how often po nangyayari ng fiber break?
Araw po ganit kang nasabi ko sa bago, kang March, igwa kitang apat na insidente. Ini po so sa backbone talang ko pigasabi sa super highway. And then kang May, igwang sarong bes na nangyari. And then kang pinaka-worst po kasi is si July and August. So igwang parehong 5 insidente sa pagkaputol kang satuyang fiber.
So, pigsasabi mo po na 5 lang siya naging incident report sa Indo, alagad kadak lang ka mga consumers, ka mga subscribers nagsasabi na halos every week araw ang problema kang converge sa indang connectivity. So, ano daw pong paghihiling ta magiging solution ni Dio ta hirak man ka mga consumers na nagbabayad ning tama, alagad ay hindi na nakukuha serbisyo na dapat nidang ma-receive.
Okay po. Ang current status mi po ngunyan sa mga solution, klarohon ka lang po, igwa po kitang pigapod na subscriber line repair, which is iyo po ini so individual repair. Ini man pong backbone na pigsasabi ko is piga-handle po ini kang separate maintenance group para sa mga highway lang. So may dedicated po kitang team na naga-attender kang mga individual subscriber lines. Kung nakakaabot po iyan sa mo na mga complaint, igwa man po kaming susunod kaya na service level, which is upon complaint, dapat within 24 hours ma-resolve itong subscriber complaint. So basically, sa ngunyan po, ang nakakaabot po sa muyang datos, sa rual daw na pag-iirahay kang sa muyang mga technician, dikit man lang po ang nakakaabot sa mo. Meaning, igwang part pa na i-improve, may gap duman sa reporting, kung sa insinda dapat mag-report kang sa indang problema.
Okay.
Okay. I-add ko lang po, igwang nagpaabot sa ko ining message na araw nga ikot ko siya, ang Converge in ang kumpanya na dai nag-i-invest sa customer service. Ang numbers, mayo nagsisimbag. And another thing, sa payment center po nindo sa office, kung mga complaints naman, ma-fill up lang sa logbook, pero may man nakakaulay na actual na customer service na ma-address naman sa indang problema. So, mahalat lang sinda na mabasa si pigsurat ninda naman sa logbook and saka ma-actionan. Kasi ang sinasabi mo po sa bago na dapat within 24 hours matawan siya ng aksyon. So, kung araw po kaya, dapat, as mentioned by Honorable Miles Sarkid Arroyo, na dapat po magkaigwa ng rebates ang mga consumers na dahil man nakakaatong serbisyo.
Sige po, with regards to rebates, ipapart ko muna, then sige katong aking bagatyan. Ito pong tungkol sa repair na pigsasabi ta, may katakod na po ini duman sa pigga ko kunyan subago na kasi na-observe ko man, itong mga nag-walk-in na nagko-complain, kaya po dahil sila na-attend na piglalagbook lang, it's because po nga ni may mga allowed lang. Sabi ni Bing, igwa lang pig-cater duman sa laog because of observance kang social distancing. And na-notice ko man po na itong part of our improvement sa social distancing itong duman sa luwas para ma-manage itong tamang pag-cater kang mga tao. So, ito po ang sa improvement na nahiling ko. Ini man pong sa repair, kukunyan mo po, Councilor, Sir, Igwa po kaya itong pigla-logbook, pigi-encode pa po ito para makalaog po siya sa system. And then kinaagahan, once na-encoded na po ito, dudumanan na po ito kang mga technician. Outright po yan na pigdudumanan nila.
Okay. So bago po na-mention regarding duman sa capacity kan sa indong system para matawaning tamang connectivity ang subscribers, as of now, sabi mo po is 20,000 ang subscribers nindo. How come po na until now, kadako lang nagko-complain na may problema sa Converge, still nag-accept pa kamo ng mga subscribers? For in fact, may nakaulay po ako na nagbayad last June 2 until August 9, day pa siya nakokonektaran ng internet connection. So, grabe po ang ano kaniyo, almost 2 months na nakapagbayad na, alagad day pa na-deliver si connectivity na sa indang pinag-applyan.
With that po, actually kami man medyo nakukulugan man na dahil mitulos na di-deliver yan kasi gusto mi mahiling so kang ang magayon na customer, maranasan ang customer experience with Converge. Actually, sangon niya nabigla kami kang pagruso na igwa lang kaming projection on a monthly basis, pero so projection mi na override ito ning dakulaon, overwhelming subscription, which is sangon yan, ang pigigibo kang kumpanya, nag-i-encourage po kami ning dakul na team na mga contractors. Nag-import na po kami from Manila, kaya lang dikit lang so na ipadaraninda kang mga contractor duman. And right now, nag-i-encourage po kami, lalo na sa mga local players, na pwede po sindang magpa-accredit as our subscriber line installer. Igwa lang pong hihilingon ng mga proseso, so capability kang contractor. So, for short po, ang kakulangan mingon yan is manpower to install kang kadakol na nag-apply sa Converge. Ginigibuhan mi na po yan ning paagi. Even so in-house mi, bako lang repair ko di, pigtatanan mi naman at least one. So mga nagpa-follow up na urgent, pa-install mi.
Okay, thank you.
Last, Madam Chair.
Okay, last.
Can we request a list from the office, at least a figure kung to this date, pero tabi ang pending na applications na dai pa na kakabitan para at least maaraman ta po na kung baka sige ka mong accept ng mga applications alaga dai man siya matataon ng paning lugar as in connection.
Sige po, matao po kami diyan.
Okay, thank you po. Okay.
Sige po.
Okay, Miss Honorable Perez. Then we still have 2 guests from Globe and PLDT and 3 guests. Alat mo na po si
salamat,
ano lang po.
Salamat, Madam Chair. Frankly, dahil ko arap kung may makukuha kita igdiyo, nagsasayang lang kita kang oras. Anyway, ang magayon na nangyari, personalmente pinaabot po sa Indo ang problema. And pigtawan nga ni kamong suggestions na ahagadon mi na lang lugod sa Indo na kung pwedeng ayuson po Indo itong pinaabot na reklamo ni Councilor Miles Raquel Arroyo duman sa crowding sa indong opisina sa kaitong kawaran ng sistema. Despite the modern technology that we have, despite kaitong produktong pigmamarket nindo, yun na lang po sangon niya ang hagadon mi. And araw man lang po kan sinabi nindo, aram na nindo si mga technical problems, kung pwede remedyohan na po nindo. Because we should tell you na maglaog po kami na kamo na ugma kami as a third player sa local connectivity project. Pero ang nangyari, nagdagdag lang kamo sa problema. Imbis na duwa lang si problema, naging tulo. Siguro may pag-asa pa man po. Lalo nangunya na kay Puhantang Maray, lalo nangunya na sa pagtubod ko dikit ang obstructions, dikit ang dalagan kang komersyo, dikit ang movement kang taho, siguro pwede na nindo kaskason sa indong improvement efforts kan sa indong kumpanya. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Perez. Anyway, the area manager has expressed her opinion as to what they can do, and then perhaps the Honorable Master Kidaroy has also suggested na kung ano ang maitatabang kang lokal na gobyerno, willing po kami na magtabang. Paabot lang sa muya, ta kami man po ang pinapaabutan kang mga reklamo sa Indo. Honorable Master Kidaroy, and then can...
Chair, kay puwan po talaga magkaigwang mga connections ang sa itong mga households as shown by pending applications po sa Indo. So ang question ko po, nagtitrain po kamo, nagtitrain kamo ning personnel, ng technical persons para maging agents nitong magkakabit. Nagtitraining po kamo kayan?
Pero nagkukuasin ka sa luwas.
Actually, ang pigigibo mi, arong kang sinabi ko po na nag-encourage kami ng mga local contractors.
Yes,
kabali
pero
po
kung
yan sa
matao po
proseso.
ng training, kung halimbawa kaya Madam Chair, dako ba kitang lista Madam Chair sa Metro Peso na nangangaipon ng employment, kung nagtatao po kamong training, because we can send you persons interested, pag matrain na po nindo, din pwede nindong maging contractors, but they would need to be trained. Nagtatao po kamong training kaiyan?
Igwa po
So,
kaming
Madam Chair,
training
may
na
we direct the Metro Peso to coordinate with the Converge for the possible provision of the manpower required by that company to effect the installation of applicants for connection. So mapa-coordinate po kami sa Indo sa Metro Peso, tangarig maka-create kita kadtong pool of technical persons na magkakabit, magi-install. Kasi sabi po nito, nagtitrain ka mo. So ma-contact po sa Indo si Mr. John Mongoso sa Metro Peso.
Sige po, we will expect.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Raquel Arroyo. If there are no questions sa Converge po, can we go now? Thank you, Mr. Sanfuego.
Thank you very much,
And
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
and
Ma'am
all
Richelle
honorables.
Oliva.
Thank you po.
With the assurance na ito pong mga suggestion ka mga members will be taken action of. Thank you. And we now call sa Globe. Globe ay Honorable Rosales. Globe, si sa Globe.
Madam Chair, ang question ko po does not only pertain to Globe, pero Sagabus po, Converge, PLDT. Dahil tupod ako na itong mga na-raise bago na concerns, similar man ang problema sa ibang mga telcos. Pare-parehas lang ng problemang tiga-atubang kang mga consumers ninda. Nagkataon lang na nainot si Converge, kaya dakol kitang na-raise sa inda. Sa surat ng mga nakaabot sa sanggunian, kadakol nagsasabi na because of the interruptions in their internet connection, they sinda nakakapagtrabaho or naapektaran ng pagklase kang sa indang mga aki. In fact, nahapot na po ni Subago, ni Councilor Miles, Councilor Doc Jess. Kailan din nasimbag Subago kang Converge? Shouldn't the telcos be providing rebates or refund sa mga interruptions na naitataon ninda sa mga member consumers? Ang pagtubod ko, yan ang pinaka-just na mangyari. And although aram ko na may mga commitments na arog kayan, may kabistado ako, tigsabihan da siya, mataong rebates next month. Pero ang bulan na, dahil man gararay na babago ang bill na naitatao sa inda. So, pwedeng ngunyan, sabihin na iyo, mataong rebates, pero data naman mamamonitor kung mangyayari talaga yan in the coming months. So, I'm sure it's not just answerable by Globe, pero sa gabus po na telcos. Dahil, halimbawa, ang sarong empleyado day nakapagtrabaho 5 oras dahil mayong internet connection, 5 oras naman siyang mayong sweldo. So, apektado ang hanap buhay kang mga tao, lalong-lalo na ngunyan that we are going online sa pagtrabaho. So, can we hear not just from you? Siguro, kung pwedeng maisimbag man ang ibang mga telcos for that.
They will be given the opportunity to also speak. So, Ms. Richelle Oliva?
This is Danilyn Palisok from Globe Telecom. Miss Madam.
Globe, Palisok, yes.
Yes.
Danilyn Palisok, the site acquisition of Globe.
Yes, good
Okay.
morning. Sir, to answer your questions regarding rebates, the process for it po sa Globe kasi is nire-report siya na or mag-inform si consumer kay Globe na nagre-request ako ng rebate for this certain time, wala akong connection. That's the process ongoing right now. Kasi honestly, for Globe Telecom here in Naga City, our facility, most of our facility is still copper wire. Hindi pa po tayo fiber like Converge. Right now, ang may fiber lang po natin is part of sa may Bichara. Doon pa lang po yung fiber natin. And that's an honest information for everyone. Pero po to answer the concern regarding how we will improve our connectivity here in Naga City, I will be sharing with you both wireless and wireline future builds here in Naga City. Right now po, meron po tayong existing 15 cell sites in Naga City, both macro and small cells. Meron po tayong, for improvement, may ongoing po tayong 17 cell sites, ongoing acquisition. Within Naga City lang po ito. Strategically located in different barangays. Next po, for the wireline, since all or most of our facilities here in Naga City is still in copper, may ongoing master plan po tayo for Naga City to roll out fiber within the main streets, main barangays in Naga City, especially the residential areas, to cater the ongoing new normal natin. Lahat po itong ating wireless and wireline future builds are all targeted po na, sa 17 pong wireless, meron po tayong targeted na sana po ay ma-build natin within this year. Tapos sa ating wireline naman, which is ang fiber rollout po natin, honestly, nasa survey pa lang po tayo in Naga City. Survey level pa lang po tayo. So mag-undergo pa po tayo ng permitting para po ma-implement or ma-build po natin ang ating fiber rollout. Yun po yung ating plan for Naga City. Our fiber rollout will cater 9,000 lines na fiber na po. Yan po.
Can you do optimization for for all sites? Kasi marami bang nagsasabi na may drop call dead zones, metallic sound o slow to connection?
Totoo po yun, may mga drop calls po tayo and lost connection ni Naga kasi po talaga marami pa po yung area na mahina pa po yung signal natin wirelessly sa Globe. Kaya po ang additional po natin na cell site to be built inside Naga City is 17 cell sites po.
Kasi I for one na experience ko yan, I have to go out of the room
Yes po.
sa kwarto ko kasi dahil nakakasend si so nakaarog ako kayan.
Yes po.
Para lang
I understand, Madam Chair. The difficulty lang ay ang reason po talaga ng low signal is lack of cell sites. Kailangan po talaga nating ma-improve or ma-add, madagdagan yung ating cell sites within the city to improve our wireless connectivity.
Okay, wireless. Okay, Honorable Rosales.
Thank you, ma'am. Duman po giraray sa pagtauning rebate sa refund. Sabi mo, and I'm sure arag man kayo sa ibang telcos, ma-tauning complaint or ma-request for rebate. Is it possible na itaon na yan without requesting or complaining? Araw manindo kung kasorin ma yung internet connectivity na itaw sa indo mga consumers?
Baka pag nagbayad, baka dumana ikaka.
Kasi it's addressed to all telcos. Tano takay puan pa mag-complain? Tano takay puan pa mag-request ng rebate? Araw manindo kung anong oras, pirang oras nawara ang internet connectivity. Kung araw kayan, may mga cases man na day nindo aram siguro. Pero kung araw man nindo, halimbawa, nawaran man talaga sa system nindo or kung sa source ka ang internet nindo, I don't think it is necessary na mag-complain pa or mag-request for rebate. So ang sigurong applicable lang iyang ma-request or ma-complain pa, let's say, isolated case lang. So sa iling ko arog ka yan.
Thank you.
Okay. Honestly, for regarding rebate, this is regarding consumers. I'm from site acquisition, so I cannot directly answer that question, but I can surely raise this concern na kung pwede, ganun nga yung maging process. But I cannot answer kung bakit hindi ganun yung aming process. And in taking rebates or issues alike.
Sa connectivity lang kaya siya. So may request na talaga yung drop dead zones nindot ha. I for one experience that. Talagang sa harong. Pag nasa loob ko kang harong, dahil na ako makakonect sa Globe. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions from from the representative of Globe? If you have none, pwedeng paabot na lang tabi from sa mga management.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Palisak.
Thank you, thank you.
You have questions, Honorable Del Castillo, with regards to Globe?
Well, thank you, Madam Chair. Bako lang, Madam Chair, sa Globe. But on all telcos, I observe na every now and then, ang signal nagkana, not only Globe, but Mark, including Convert. Ang sarang problema na nahiling, Madam Chair, si stability kan signal. May mga oras na mayo.
Yun nga, drop dead zone.
In fact, experience ko na kung minsan mga 5 times na ma-sending text, bago lang ma-send sa Globe. Sa Smart, mga 3 times, bago ka makasend ng bayan. Kung minsan nga, nasakat pa ko naman sa kubo ko sa itaas para lang makasend.
Pareho kita.
Yes.
Pareho kayo kami ka.
Para makasend ka.
Nakaarog ako kaya.
So, with the advent of the new system pag-abot sa education,
tas yung mga aki.
sa hiling ko, sabi nga ni Kensa Dait, mahidap. So, ano pwedeng gibuhong kan mga telcos to improve. Lalo na
very
si
vital.
Lalo si stability kan signal because si connectivity sa mga estudyante duman sa indang eskwelahan, importanteng maray. Tangarig, si itong pakanood man kan mga estudyante, dahil man putol-putol.
Putol-putol.
Yes. So, siguro,
kasi for those who can't afford, for those who can't afford the laptop, mga cellphone ang ginagamit. And
but
is
nonetheless, Madam Chair, whether it is laptop, cellphone, or whatever,
maluya
kung
ang Globe,
stability kan signal, maluya. Kung may stable na signal, putol-putol ang mangyayari. So, I hope na all the concerned public utility company will do it utmost para mapakaray si serbisyo. Bako lang naman primero naman sa mga subscriber, ikadua naman sa impending increase in the demand pag-abot ka na katapusan ng bulan. Thank you,
okay, thank you, Honorable Del Castillo. So, pakiulay mi, bako lang sa Globe kung the other na kung pwede i-take into consideration ining mga pangyayari niya na mas dakulaong kaya ang sa indong partisipasyon, lalong-lalo na sa mga estudyante. And so naaraman ko na ang rebate kay Puhan, dahil pwede as suggested by the Honorable Rosales, maging automatic rebate, na pag-abot kang bill, nakapawas na duman ko ta si takong ma-complain pa pala, maduman pa. Kung dahil mag-complain, dahil siya makakakuha ng rebate. Honorable Miles Sakidaroyo.
Kirumduman ko, I remember, Madam Chair, na pig-imbitaran ta naman sinda before. One of the issues, so I think I particularly remember Globe. Pig-raise na yung issue, Madam Chair, na why is it that the system tells you kung saang area may outage, di ba? Pero ang system also nindo is not set up in such a way na pag may outage, dapat may reduction sa bill. Pero separate no magsuway ang ginigibo kadtong billing tsaka kan sa indang technical. And sabi rin kay Tukang Globe, ma-feedback mo sa mo kung paanong magigibo nindong maging automatic din ang reduction na dai na ma-request. Ano man ta request, di ba? Dapat demand nga ni, di ba? Bakong request. So, pero mayo man giraray simbag. So baka officially, Madam Chair, i-communicate ta iyan sa mga telcos, i-communicate ta ang explanation requesting their explanation. Why is it that despite the fact that their system defects outages, the reduction in bill is not automatic, no? So i-explain ninda sa to, tano tada iyan pwedeng give, tano tada iyan nagigibo yan. Masyadong anti-consumer, di ba? Kung ayong serbisyo pero nagbabayad, di ba? So dapat automatic man sa system. So I think we should formalize it, Madam Chair, address to the telcos an explanation. Why is it that despite the fact that outages of the connection is detected in their system, the reduction in the bill is not automatically effected? Tano kay puan pang mag-request. Nahaluyon man nga ni sindang magsimbag, Madam Chair. No? So
Okay.
siguro officially, pasimbagon ta sinda, Madam Chair, sa point na iyan because that has already been tackled here before.
Also,
Thank
as
you, Madam
stated
Chair.
by Ms. Palisok, sa ano lang siya, digdi sa ano, that concern should be addressed to the head office. So may the city secretary, the SP secretary so instructed to make the letter based on the proposal of the Honorable Miles Sakidaroyo. Thank you, Ms. Daneline Palisok of Globe.
Thank you.
It's now 10:30. Are you still go? It's Igwapatabi si DCB and then PLDT. Do you want to have a break? Okay, Honorable Del Rosario?
Good morning, Madam Chair. Para po sa kabos na yung mga bisita ta. Primero, salamat po sa pag-abot nindo. Aram nindong babadion ka mo, pero nagigdi magkarara ka mo. Salamat po sa aram nindong matred ka mo sa dangerous waters, pero nagigdi magkarara ka mo. Dako na pong pasalamat mi, nag-abot ka mo na pagkaaga because of, aram mo na, nadadawag man nindo ang complaints kang public. Number 2, Madam Chair, pagili ko kaya, microcosm ini kang sarong dakulang problema. Bako lang local, kundi national. So we really are banking on the statements of the President na kung dahil sila mag-improve by December, baka pwede kita makarelay duman. Pero ini, Madam Chair, sa hiling ko, akseptaron tani na kaipuan manindaning support kang LGU by means of assisting them na magburugtak ni mga additional towers. Kasi kung grabe ang load mo sa sarong lugar, then sa saro, duduwa man lang ang tower mo, talagang mayo kang aabuton dyan. Kaya sa hiling ko, given the flexibility of the environment, kaya po ang taman assistiran sinda. And right now, Madam Chair, igwang nakapending sa Committee on Public Utilities, may hearing po kami sa Friday, ning doang application. Saro sa Smart and saro sa DITO. Sa indang additional towers sa Tinago and duman sa Concepcion. So, sa hiling ko, Madam Chair, pahiwason talang ang satuyang paghiling igdi. Ako po na mamati kong maray ang sentimento because lalo na ngunyan na ang private sector, ang private schools, nagpuro na pagklase. Matindi ang mga schedule, sinusunod. Minsan, nakahigda na si estudyante, si teacher, dahil pa naintindihan, tas sigisan ng ikot, kang si kaya sa hiling ko dapat na pagtarabangan. So, give and take kita. Asistiran taman sinda in whatever way na we could sa pangangaipon ninda. Then, siguro doon man ninda na si gabos sa pinapangako ninda na kukumplima ninda. Again, Madam Chair, papasalamat kita sa inda for at least respecting the sanggunian sa mga invitation ta. And siguro ikapaabot man ninda yan sa national level. Na yun ang sentiments ng mga taga-Naga. Malinaw na we deserve a better service, we deserve faster internet connectivity, our students deserve the best of this system because of the blended learning approach kang DepEd. By the way, not all schools are implementing this, but those who opted to go on with the blended learning using the internet connectivity, definitely they'll be looking forward to improve internet connection. So thank you very much,
Thank
Madam
you,
Chair.
Honorable Del Rosario. As we have promised the previous speakers that the LGU is willing to help. Kaya po nga ni kami pinapaapod mi kamo, and we would like to thank you for your presence today. May we request DCV? Anong DCV? Cable Network Broadband Services, Maria Victoria Estudioso, the area manager. Welcome back.
Good morning po. Good morning to the honorable men and ladies of this august body. I am Mrs. Victoria Estudioso of DCTV Cable Network Broadband Services, the area manager. I've been listening to the discussion a while ago, and I would just like to say that as to the matter of giving rebates, we are giving rebates to our subscribers after 24 hours of non-service. As to the matter of
connectivity,
social distancing and congestion, our office is designed so that all our customers who are coming in the office are following the right order in paying and in inquiries and application. As to the non-service, I'm proud to say that we have lesser complaints and lesser fiber cut and fiber interruptions in our internet. By the way, we are a provider of a wired, again, emphasis, wired internet and cable television.
Okay, Honorable Albios.
May we know as of today kung ilan po yung subscriber ng DCTV?
Sa Naga lang po, Kagawad.
Sa Naga po and the entire region?
Our service areas is the whole Bicol region, from Albay, Sorsogon, and here in Naga. It's more or less nasa 15 and rising.
Sa Camarines Sur po
Bicol yan lang.
Camarines Sur po, kaya ang service area may palang digdis, na rin Kunada area, Bato, Iriga, Buhi, and then Naga City. Approximately nasa about mga 2,000. Kasi nagpupuon pa lang po kami sa Iriga. We recently acquired Sky Cable. Ang Sky Cable po, before igosindang mga nasa 1,000 subscribers. So, ngunyan, pig-acquire mi na ang sendang subscribers. So, pig-convert lang sa subscription ninda from cable to internet.
Okay. Any other questions? Mayo na. Okay. Mayo na po. Siguro...
if there are no other questions, yes, Kagawad. If there are no other questions, I would like to make a little closing statement. We are a local internet and cable provider. I would appreciate if our community will patronize the local cable and internet operator, because we are just at hand. Any problem, apudan po nito kami, yaon lang kami. Unlike our national telcos. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma'am Estudioso. Okay. Thank you. May we now have Mr. Paranyal, PLDT. Kaya ang gusto sabihin, mag-transfer na kamo sa ano.
Hello, good morning po. Anthony Paranyal po. Nagbabalik.
Welcome back. Anyway, you have already
Ano
stated.
lang,
Sige.
siguro madiretso na lang po ako sa tawanan ko na lang kamong background regarding sa nangyayari sa PLDT.
Yo, tamay grabe ka sa ugma pag-agi ko, grabe man ang mga nakapila duman. Pero may mga tukawan man.
Ayun po. Actually sa office me, ang ina-accommodate lang po duman is 40 a day para magsunod duman sa base sa compliance kang
Social distancing.
AITF na social distancing po nga ni. So, ginigibo man nindag duman kaya nindang gibuhon everyday. Although ang iba kaya, syempre ang tao, gusto kaya puro mainot eh. So, pero patience is a virtue. Regarding man po sa facilities, same problem kang si mga previous year, si mga digital po kaya, igwa pa kami digding digital na secondary. Although minimal naman lang siya, Iyo lang po ito ang problema mismo niyan. Kasi mostly kang Naga City, roughly around 70% is fiber na siya. So may 30% pa kaming problema. Pero ngunyan po ongoing si pag-retire kang copper facilities na digital nga ni para at least maribayan na. Ang mostly na affected areas na lang kang digital is ining portion kang Dayangdang, portion kang Concepcion Pequeña, Kararayan, Kabanga po, Balatas, tapos ining portion kang Peña Francia Avenue. Mostly fiber na siya. Yung mga nabanggit ko pong barangay, yan na lang ang daipa na Pero ongoing naman po ang ang pag-retire para maribayan na ning fiber.
So as to duman sa mga rebate?
Sa rebate, same lang din po naman siya. Ang problema may lang po kaya sa rebate, pag individual. Same lang din sa problem ni Globe. Pag individual siya, talaga yan si manually talaga.
Kaya may letter complaint.
Yes, opo. Pero pag bulk, let's say, buong Camarines Sur ngayon, nag-down kami. Automatic po yan, may rebate na ginigibo si PLDT kasi may time kaya na minsan po baga na-isolate si entire Camarines Sur kasi may fiber break kami dahil ganing mga ongoing na road widening. So ito po automatic igwang rebate na arog ka to, pero itong individual na nagkakaproblema, talaga to ang medyo may impact ng sistema na sa hiling ko gabus man na telco, may pang system na nakakapaggibo kaya na automatic may rebate pag individual trouble.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions from the Honorable Perez?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This may not be about connectivity, pero related man girare siguro because this is about the cable lines that you have. As we know, ikaw po kitang widening of roads and relocation of the electric posts na kung saan nakakabit ang iba nindong linya duman. And we have seen that they already have been rerouting some power lines. In which case, kay Puhan, halio na itong luma. Ano ang plano niyo doon itong...
Actually, sir,
yes.
Po yan? Long process po yan. Actually, last year pa kami kaya nag-uurulay sa pamumuon po kang City Engineer's Office. Ang in charge po dyan si Engineer Moreno. May mga areas lang na itong feasible na ilipat mo na. Let's say, sa portion kang Panganiban, sa atubangan, particular sa atubangan kang Boy Scout, may na-relocate na po kami dyan. Ngunyan, ang target mi is ang priority ni City Engineer is along Magsaysay Avenue po. Diretso going to duman po baga sa Liboton. So, ngunyan, hinahalap nilang si Casoreco. Actually, si Casoreco kaya ang lead agency kasi base po baga duman sa City Ordinance na one full policy. So kay po mainot si Casoreco. Para pag lipat ni Casoreco, gabos na utility company, mag-attach po duman sa bagong poste. From time to time may group chat man po kaya gabos na utility company kung anong mga aktibidades na dapat gibuhon, tapos kung anong mga priority na highway na dapat inuton. Arin po. Ang nagtatao pong timetable kayan si City Engineer din po. Kung anong, alam mo, let's say, sabi ni Engineer Moreno, 2 weeks, malinig tayo ng street na Within 2 weeks, gabos na utility company nagko-comply. Kasi pag depo, minsan pinuputol na kang city engineer So kayo po talaga mag-comply.
Si niya. Okay, Honorable Albios. Thank you, Hill.
Halos yung sa situation kang convert sa PLDT offices araw ka nangyayari na healing ko every morning.
Yes po.
Dyan sa may Centro Square.
Oo, tama.
And dakol talaga ang tao. If I may suggest, baka pwede tayong may adapt itong pick-up system kang payments. Kasi in previous years, pigigibo yan kadto kang Sky Cable and Caceres na mas convenient sa kliyente. And at the same time, mas magiging efficient pa nga ang collection nindo kasi mas mabilis ang pag-collecta kang payments. Baka pwedeng ma-adapt kang convert sa kang PLDT. And second, itong regarding sa rebates, na-mention mo a while ago na itong mga individual claims for rebates, kasi may nag-message sa kuya na halos every week nakaka-receive silang mga araw kaning notices na dear subscriber, we would like to apologize due to our PLDT main line has lost connection. Tapos at the end, nakalaag, we hope for your kind understanding and patience. Thank you very much. Sana maragdagan man na we are working on your rebates for this inconvenience. Kasi kung araw nga ni kanina hali na mismo sa ang notice, so gustong sabihin, aware ka muna itong particular subscriber, igunang interruption sa service niya.
Ayun po, tama. Bali, yung sa individual po, hayaan do at yan, papaabot ko yan sa top management level kung paanong, actually ano yan kaya po lang din dyan mag-invest ng IT program para regarding duman, para naka-interface sa billing. So, yan siguro ang the best na gibuhon kang gabos na utility company. Mag-invest sa IT program para si gabos na individual naka-interface through billing. So, yan siguro ang paabot ko sa pinaka-top management. Pero di ko lang sure kung rin po yan magigibo. Kasi bako ba yan sa level ko, maray kung ako si Manny Pangilinan, effective immediately, kaya kong ipa-implement yan Nagkataon lang po, surugoon siya naman po ako.
Okay, any other questions? It's now Honorable Miles Arroyo.
Yes, Sir. Engineer Paranyal.
Yes po.
Yes, maganda lang po kaming copy furnace, maki-copy furnace mo po ang sanggunian when you make that endorsement to the top management of PLDT.
Yes po.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you po.
Pag na-furnace mo po, kami ipa-furnace mo yung other telco.
Okay po.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Paranyal. Any other questions? None? Mapasalamat po sa pag-abot nindo, Digdiyo, and honor kang sa muya kong Okay, we take a break. Ay, yaw na si Ching. We take a break. Ibalitan na. Break.